Hey guys, welcome back to the Laker family, where I'm going to be diving right into last night's game between the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. Man, it was a very, very tough game, a very close game, all the way to up until the 2 minute mark at the end of the game, where Kyle Kuzma hit two clutch three pointers to give us that little cushion there at the end. Those were big, big clutch shots from Kyle Kuzma. Man, boy, was I glad to see that. Um, I told y'all guys, I told all of y'all, just give it some time. Kyle Kuzma is going to regain his form. We all see what Kyle Kuzma can do. We all know what he's capable of. Just give him some time to get his feet back into the groove of things. He missed training camp. He missed the whole preseason. He missed the first couple of games of the regular season. You have to give an NBA player time to recoup some of that endurance and the rigors of a game, an actual NBA game. Um, I was very, very impressed with Kyle Kuzma, and I was very delighted to see that from him. Because, like I told y'all in my last videos, I felt like we needed just to hold off on judging him. At least 10 games in. But I was very, very happy to see that because he is a huge key piece, a very integral part of this team, and that will, in my opinion, put us over the top of the rest. Um, that, along with us fixing those mistakes and the addition of having Rondo back as well, and JaVale McGee looking like the JaVale McGee of last year, that we finally got a glimpse of that JaVale McGee last night. Man, the way he rolled down that lane and just hammered it home over the top of Baines, man, made me jump out of my seat. I'm like, there you go, McGee. Where has that been all year, McGee? That's who we need right there. He had 11 points in 11 minutes, 5 for 5 on his field goals. The guy was playing absolutely great. That type of effort will help you start regaining your minutes back, JaVale McGee, because you were starting to lose some of your minutes to Dwight Howard. But if you keep up that enthusiasm, that type of spirit where you don't get down about your minutes getting taken and you just take advantage of every opportunity, you will see an increase again back in your minutes. And I thank you for that performance finally last night. But yeah, back to Kyle Kuzma right quick before I move forward. I was seeing a lot of trolls, haters, and even casual fans, casual Laker fans or whatever, trashing Kyle Kuzma. And I'm like, I can tell by some of you guys' comments that you either don't follow the sport that closely, or you don't even follow the NBA as a whole that closely, to ask questions like, do you think we should have kept? Do you think we should have kept Ingram over Kyle Kuzma? Questions like that just flat out lets me know that you're a casual and you're not really aware of what's going on. And so, and another thing is, another thing it lets me know is that a lot of fans that kind of jump to our team, that were LeBron fans or may have you, that lets me know that they didn't even know anything about our roster, the talent, our young talent, or whatever we had accumulated. They knew nothing about it, but because they jumped over with LeBron, they thought they knew it all, and who they wanted to trade, who needed to go, who needed to stay with LeBron, all this blah 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 blah. So that let me know that you're that type of fan by asking that type of question. Should we have kept Ingram? If you was a real fan from the beginning, you would have known Ingram had the higher ceiling. But that doesn't mean that Kyle Kuzma wasn't great. They're both great scorers, in their own right. For just an example, Kyle Kuzma is the Klay Thompson type of scorer, where he don't really need to be ball dominant, hold, kind of dribble or whatever the case may be to kind of get his shots off. He's one of those quick type of scorers like Klay Thompson. Durant can score too. He might not be able to score at a quicker clip than Klay Thompson, but he still ends up with the same amount of points by the end of the game because his is more methodical, and he can get his points all different ways all over the court instead of just from the 3-point line, which kind of inflates your points too to a degree. Ingram is more of in the Durant type of class. I'm not saying he's Durant. I'm just saying he's that type of category of a scorer where he needs the ball to be, to flourish, to show his complete, type of talent. He would not be able to flourish the way he is now on New Orleans. Like, he wouldn't be able to flourish like that on this Laker team. He would be a great key piece. But he wouldn't be able to put up the stats that on this team that he's putting up on with the Pelicans. Kyle Kuzma is the better fit for this team, and he's still a very elite type of scorer. So for y'all trashing him, and it lets me know as well that a lot of y'all just are instant results type of people too. We got to get out of that mind frame. Instant results. A guy could get shot in the leg and he agrees to come back to play the next game, and y'all say, "Oh well, he didn't put up 30 points. He's trash." Come on, guys. We gotta be logical about this. Judging, knowing when to judge a player and when to not. What I'm saying? When to back off and give him some time to get acclimated. But enough about that. LeBron James, I said in my last video, it felt like we need to really seriously start thinking about load management with him. And I said maybe choose a game here and there where there are like against like a cupcake team, somebody that's complete trash. I really don't want to have LeBron take off games because I hate load management. If there's something that we can do as far as limiting his minutes during the game, have Kyle Kuzma start picking up his minutes, give other guys a little bit more minutes just to help LeBron get more stretches, during the game, resting. Because it's apparent the past 2 games he's kind of regressed a little bit as far as the scoring aspect of it. I think a lot of it contributes to him playing the point guard too so much. He had to play point guard so much until Rondo just came back last night. And when Rondo was the primary ball handler, that kind of put LeBron in his natural position to where he didn't have to do as much, and that's when he kind of was able to kind of flourish a little bit more during last night's game. Instead of him, bringing the ball up, dribble, let me find somebody open, or let me expend so much energy trying to run this offense. So Rondo is a very big help in that regard, and I told y'all too, Rondo is a very big deal, and he cut back on what I was stressing on thus far throughout this early season was the turnovers. It was just so many turnovers. We just throwing the ball away casually, like it wasn't nothing. And that was one of my biggest key stats that I took away from last night was it was only 9 turnovers, and 5 of those came from big men. So it wasn't much of our ball handlers turning the ball over. It came from the big man either getting double teamed, whatever down low, trying to hurry up, get the ball out, get stripped. But Rondo is a very big piece of making that second unit go. 7 assists from Rondo was big. He came in and hit 2 threes, and that was big. So you got to give him time too as well to start for his offense to kind of pick up too after being off that period of time. But just the assists is what really, really, really impressed me and what I needed from Rondo. That's all we're and key defense, which they played great defense in spurts. The only time the defense kind of lacked is to me the most was the stretch bigs that the Suns had. They got they got a plethora of stretch big men. And they have underrated players over there now with Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio is another one like Rondo that kind of figured out at least a decent 3-point shot finally, along the way. He's underrated. Aaron Baines is underrated. He even added a 3-point shot to his game. He busts like 4 threes or something like that on us. Dario Saric, stretch big. He was knocking down threes. Frank Kaminsky was knocking down threes. It was kind of giving our team a bit of fits because you got to be very careful as a big man on pick and rolls with Devin Booker and a stretch big like that. They can either pop it out or they can roll, and so it makes it that much harder for your defense to control that when not only their big man can roll, but they can pop out and knock down threes like that. So we kind of struggled a little bit here and there with that, but we were able to rally and make key stops when needed. Devin Booker didn't really get off he didn't go crazy. And so that was a big deal. He didn't go crazy, but we kind of let too many of the other players eat a little too much. Like it was a couple of guys that was that hit the 20-point mark, and there was a couple of more guys that were in the double digits. So we got to do better as far as picking and choosing who you want to eat, who you don't want to eat. You can't let Booker get 21 and then end up letting 5 or 6 other role players get in the double digits or get 20. That's going to make it that much tougher for you to win and on your defense. So that's why our defense kind of ended up giving up, 115? The stretch big man were giving us fits. But I did see a lot of positives, mostly positives this last game, and that I want to continue to see and for us to prove upon. Kyle Kuzma is going to continue to get better and better as he gets more comfortable with running a full court NBA game. Caruso, I want to give props to. His stats don't show up in on the stat sheet, but he was an integral part of frustrating Devin Booker and keeping Devin Booker from having those astronomical numbers that he's capable of putting up. Howard, another great game from Howard. With 12 points, 9 rebounds, and a block. Huge. We got a great game from our big man between McGee and Dwight Howard. That was big. We need that production from them moving forward. JaVale McGee, I want that same production moving forward. Caldwell Pope, you see the repercussions of your bad games that you had before. Your minutes getting cut. When Rondo comes back, minutes got cut. Sorry. You had plenty of opportunity to show the coaching staff and everybody what you could do, and you did not. You failed. So guess what? Your minutes got cut, and now it's probably going to be hard for you to even scratch 10 minutes, 12 minutes out now to try to prove yourself again. You cannot have a stretch that bad, 7, 8 games or so, where you just completely trash and not expect for Rondo to come back and take your minutes. Just not happening. You're not going to see very much minutes from I highly doubt you see much minutes from here on out. It's going to be tough for you unless there's another injury here and there, God forbid. But I just don't see no other way that you're going to be able to reprove yourself when you had every opportunity to do that. So, Danny Green, I called him out the game before about he kind of disappeared for the last 5 or 6 games. He had that one good game against the Clippers, and it kind of disappeared offensively. I've never said anything negative about his defense because his defense is always on point. But it's like every time I call out a player, they come out and they perform well. I called Quinn Cook out, what was it, 2 games ago, something like that. He came out and had 17 points. He didn't get too many minutes last night to kind of get in any type of groove, but Danny Green finally had a good game, 14 points, and knocked down 3 3-pointers. So that was my major takeaways from the game. My main takeaway that I was happy about and excited about was Kyle Kuzma. I'm very, very excited about that and the potential that this team has based off just the strength of that alone. The guy was big time. When he hit those clutch threes, I was like, he's back. He's back, people. So look out, league. Look out. That was still a tough game against the Suns, and don't look at it as, oh, we were struggling against the Suns. The Suns are a good team this year. Up until this point, they have shown that they are a good team this year. They are well coached. They have a plethora of underrated players and stretch bigs and so on and so forth. Imagine when they get DeAndre Ayton back. So I guess that's a positive for the Suns fans because they've been so trash the past couple of years. They finally have something that's looking promising. So I'm glad to see that we were able to win and pull out a tough game like that. And so we're just going to be on to the next one. We're going to try to go into this weekend. I want to go into this weekend 10-2. That's what I want. That's what I'm pushing for. So I will be back with y'all guys again after the next game to do another recap of that. And as always, thank y'all for watching my videos and rocking with me. I really appreciate the viewers and the subscribers that I have. Let's try to get those subscribers up and viewers. Share this channel with your friends and let's help this channel grow, y'all. But I'll be back next time to give y'all a recap of next game. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, and as always, love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.
Yeah. Hey, I got muscles like Superman.